Hey up chooks, and today I'm going to talk about the TV show Luther, which I kind of devoured over the last few days, and I love it dearly, and I have a lot of feelings about this TV show because it's amazing. John Luther is played by Idris Elba, and it's the story of him being a police officer, and he is slightly morally ambiguous. He does the right thing. He's always doing the right thing, but sometimes the way he goes about it is not necessarily the right way to do so. He never breaks laws, in a way. Well, he might do. This show follows him solving really creepy crimes, and they're the sort of mass murderers. There's a variety of other characters. For instance, there's his wife, or his ex-wife Zoe, and her current boyfriend Mark, and then there's Justin Ripley, who's kind of Luther's sidekick. He's the sort of DS to Luther's DCI, and then you have the variety of other different police officers that Luther either works for or works with, both friends and bosses, and yeah, everyone is amazing in this show. Even characters that frustrated me, for instance, there's one called Erin that comes in the latter half of the series. She is a detective and part of John Luther's team, but she doesn't quite trust Luther, and so part of you going, well, of course, he's the hero, in a way, of the show. He's the main character. You trust him, do what he says. But at the same time, like, well, you're kind of right not to trust him, because sometimes he does go about things the wrong way. But at the same time, you're like, but he does it for the right reasons. So yeah, I had a bit of a love-hate relationship with Erin, which I suppose is a good thing. Another main character is Alice Morgan that you meet in the first episode of the first series. And she is accused of killing her parents, but there's no real solid proof of the matter. It's just Luther's gut feeling, and she is, I'm not entirely sure if she's called a psychopath or a sociopath. She definitely has trouble connecting with people and has no or very limited amount of empathy. She and Luther managed to kind of forge this weird relationship that's not necessarily romantic, but it's kind of, both of them are scared of the other person, but they both respect each other at the same time. And I definitely like her as you're going through the whole 3 series. The first sort of few episodes she was in the first series, I was like, not sure about you. But as it progressed, I was like, you're really cool. It's a thriller, it's quite gory. The box set's rated 15. You have murderers that come in, abduct someone and write in blood all over the walls of their house. And you have, like, when someone is shot, you see the blood go, it's not like a generic action film 12A type thing. It's quite gruesome, and some of the cases are quite horrible, to do with paedophiles or rapists. There's not many episodes though. The first series had 6 episodes and series 2 and 3 had 4. So, and they're all about an hour long each. So that's only about 14 hours. My favourite episodes would have to be the second episode of series 1. There's a cop killer on the loose, is the sort of summary of that one. It reminds me a bit of the movie Blitz, just that mentality of that police officers have when someone's targeting their own and just coming together and things like that. I also really enjoyed the last episode of series 1. When it ended, I was like, what the hell is happening? And it was about 2 in the morning, and I was like, do I put on the next season or don't I? And I did. In both series 2 and 3, because there's 4 episodes, they both are like 2-parters. While there's an overarching arc, the general main case actually lasts for 2 episodes instead of lasting for an episode each like they had in series 1. So yeah, I really enjoyed in the second series, episode 1 and 2. Yeah, the end of episode 1 and the second series, I proper jumped. And I was like, what is going on? No! So my favourite characters are, well, I adore Luther. Like, Idris Elba is amazing. And he is one of those, because he's quite scary in a way. When he starts shouting at people, you're just like, ugh, because you never know quite what he's going to do. But like I say, at the same time, he does have this moral compass and he does try to help people. Also, Justin Ripley, I adored him so much. And lots of things happened to him. And he did things, and sometimes you thought he was going to perhaps betray Luther, but at the same time, you were like, no, don't. But at the same time, I was like, well, I could understand if you did. And, yeah, Justin Ripley, I almost cried because of him a couple of times. Basically, I love this show. I want more people to watch it. I know I came into it relatively late, because obviously I've got 3 series to watch. And series 3 was on relatively recently here in the UK. But I was like, I don't want to start watching a series 3, so I got the box set. There's supposed to be a prequel film or a film after the series, which would be amazing, since I think the writer and creator of Luther was quoted as saying that Idris Elba is now a big movie star. He won't have time to do TV shows much anymore, which is kind of a shame, but also true and well deserving. So I was just browsing Amazon, as you do, and yeah, I found out that there's actually a book based on Luther by the creator and of the TV show. As you can see, I have yet to buy it, but I will soon be doing so. It's like a prequel novel, so it's all about Luther, but there'll be, I'm presuming, some characters not in there. For instance, Alice and possibly Justin Ripley won't be in it as well. So I'm just like, I was like, I thought I got it all out my system, but now I'm like, oh, I need to read that. If anyone of you is like me and has been living under a rock and not watched Luther, please get on that as soon as possible, because it's absolutely amazing. And more people should watch it, because Idris Elba is amazing, the writing is really good, the London looks kind of amazing, but at the same time really gritty and horrible. I kind of clearly watched too much in a row because I was on the tube the other night and I was kind of watching people, like a guy put his hood up and I was like, oh, he's gonna kill me. So yeah, I kind of been watching a bit too much of Luther, I think. But it is so good and I highly recommend it, and I really kind of want to watch The Wire now because of Idris Elba, but I really don't have time to watch another TV show, and that's going to take even longer. Watch Luther, 5 out of 5, amazeballs, brilliant, fantastic. So let me know if you've watched Luther and what you think of it. Do all the usual YouTube stuff of liking, commenting and subscribing, and I will see you next time.